Okay, welcome back. This video is going to cover part 1C. The last video is posted. That was a 10-minute video. So looks like these videos are going to be about 10 minutes apiece. Let me share my screen. Okay, so part 1C asks you to create an employment map based on quartiles for equal groups. Honestly, I was having some issues with this in class the other day, so it's a good thing to have issues. It means you're learning how to use the program. And so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go in and we're gonna go back to, now that we finish our vacant parcels map, we're gonna turn that off. We're not gonna delete it, we're just gonna turn it off. And we're gonna go into our vacant, back into our base canvas. I'm gonna bump up the opacity back up to say 80%, and I still see all those vacant parcels outlined. What do I need to do there? Well, I need to go back into my filter and clear my filter. Okay, so I got to X out. So now my filter's cleared, and I want to go back into my base canvas and look at the employment. I gotta go back into the click on style. And remember, I told you the column data, right, has lots of different types of data in the actual CSV file that's underlying this this layer, right? And so again, in order to access that data, you can select the column here over in the column in this button right here, and go down and find your employment data. Employment is right there. And so that brings up the employment data, and it actually brings it up into 4 categories. Now, the reason I mentioned it about 4 equal parts, quantiles, those are my maps I could download from earlier, is because you can go into your edit symbology and check out different ways. So this is based on natural breaks, okay? Equal interval, okay? And there's quantiles, although it for whatever reason, quantiles sets at 1. This is where I was having trouble. I was trying to set that to 4 and it wasn't working. It's still not working. So I'm not really sure why that says it, but I can do it into maybe 4 equal intervals. Okay. But what I tell you is I really do not like the colors. The colors are very difficult for me to see what's going on. So really this particular assignment is about symbology, okay? And it's picking, and also picking different data from that base canvas. So I already showed you how to pick the employment one. Now I'm gonna pick a different color ramp, okay? So maybe I'll pick that color ramp. Okay, and that color ramp is a little bit better. But you know, not necessarily the best, because it looks like it's mostly low density there. Not low density, but relatively that bottom bucket, so to speak, where 0 to 1,700 jobs is pretty much most of West Palm Beach, right? So I can explore different like natural breaks, go back to 4 natural breaks. Well, that gives me more data. So that's probably the better one for me to use. That's only got 3 breaks. I can turn that into 4 breaks. At least I've used, I don't know why it's not letting me do that. And it can be frustrating, right? And so let's go back to the default. The default now allows me to have 4 natural breaks, okay? I can't, I'm not a programmer for urban footprint. I can't tell you why it's doing this, but I would just go with 4 natural breaks, which was the restore to default feature, right? And so, but I would change the color ramp. What now? Why is that? There we go. I don't know what I just did. Default. Go back to default. There we go. Right. You know, this is a good experience because I know you're all learning this program for the first time. I've been using this program for 2.5 years, and it's still frustrating to me. So, so there you go. You know, it takes a while, and even when you do something for a long time, you still get frustrated. So go back to the color ramp. I don't like that color ramp. I can change it. That's a bit nicer, but let's say I don't like that. Let's say I want to make it custom. I can go in here and custom change the color. So maybe I'll make the lowest color a gray. And then maybe I'll make the next color perhaps a light blue. Maybe I'll keep that one the same. And then I'll make this next color like a dark green, and maybe or maybe a lighter green. Maybe I'll make that one kind of a darker color like that. I don't know, a purple or something, right? You know, that I don't like those colors, honestly. But my point is that I want to show you that you could change each color individually on a custom basis, okay? And that's how you can go ahead and do that, okay? But if you do that and you don't like it, which is where I'm at right now, I don't like that, I can just go back and do a custom ramp and pick, you know, and you could try, you know, different types of colors, right? You could try that, try that, try that. I actually do kind of like the varying shades of blue because it kind of shows me where the more densely located job centers are. And so I'll save that. Okay, and I'll go ahead and exile on that. And, you know, just go ahead and make my map. And change the title to employment. And I'll export that, and then I'm done with that map, with that part of the assignment. So stay tuned for the next part of the assignment.